Good morning, guys. I'm just in Castlegar now. I had to drop off that drive shaft, and I brought the drive shaft, but I didn't bring the slip end. So they're like, "Oh yeah, we need the slip end so we can line it up perfectly and stuff like that." And I was like, "Oh, frick!" But then I just realized that I was dicking around with transfer cases this morning, and I had to pull the yoke and the slip end off of another transfer case, and I had it sitting in my car. So what are the odds of that? It saved me a trip. That is so cool. So yeah, that's drive shafts with them. I'll get it back. He said maybe today, which is awesome because they're like extremely backed up, but he knows I need it. So yeah, might be getting it back today or tomorrow, hopefully before Friday. But you never know, might get it today. Friggin' right. So anyways, I gotta go back home and I gotta set up the shock towers, I gotta set up the brakes, I gotta do the hydraulic, why do I keep saying hydraulic? I gotta set up the power steering fluid reservoir. I gotta increase its capacity because I got the hydraulic steering, or the hydraulic assist. And yeah, so friggin' right. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, this is the angle that the drive shaft comes off at, and holy crap, it's not even gonna come close. Damn it. So I'm not gonna have front drive shaft for a while. I really don't know what to do. I guess I need a high angle friggin' drive shaft or something. I don't know if you guys remember, but I've been having oil slinging issues with this thing, so I think I figured it out. What it is, I cut a thin chunk of like rubber material. Yeah, I'll just friggin' sleeve it over like that. That should work, I'm hoping. It'll still allow it to flex and stuff, so I'm hoping this will work. So now I just gotta pop a couple holes in it and friggin' stove it onto there. Yeah. Friggin' right, I did. The way you get these to move independent of each other is there's a little pin. Okay, see that little thing there, that little nubbin, and there's another one there? Those two things have springs, and then how does it go? It's got a spring and then a pin and another spring there, and the pin will slide back and forth. When you put this one down, it shifts the pin or something so you can't move this one. All I did was remove that pin, and now they're completely independent of each other. Awesome! Alright, here's our second issue. This shifter, it's this one. So if I've got it in, I think that's low, or is that high? I can't remember. I got first, second, third. Oh, just shifted it into neutral. So I got no fourth, I got fifth, and if I reverse it, shifts it into neutral too. So yeah, I might have to take this thing and like give her a kink or something. Friggin' bend it over to the side like one of these. That won't be hard. But yeah, I got that little rubber seal thing installed, and it looks like it'll work. It honestly does. I hope so. Now I got lots of switches. Friggin' tons of levers. Now I gotta work on the clutch. See, it's not quite moving a whole lot, so I gotta bleed it and then see where we're at. I'm probably gonna have to shim the clutch out, because I did have to compress it a little bit to even be able to get it bolted onto the pedal, but we'll see how she goes. Well, I got a little bit of a predicament. I forgot, well, I misplaced my 12mm deep socket. So I don't know, I can't get to these long 12mm nuts that are on there. So I remember a long time ago I bought this special kit. It's a gear ratchet kit. It's awesome. I love this thing. What I love about it is this. Check that out. Friggin', you can get to bolts that are like, I don't know, if you had like a 5-foot long thing, you could stick this all the way on it, undo it all the way. Like, this thing is just awesome. I love this thing. I've used it so much. I wish I had bigger sockets for it even. That goes up to 19 mil, but this thing, it's come in handy so much. So with this, if I can get it into here, yeah, you guys see that thread there? It's too long for my regular sockets. This guy just slides right on there and bobs you on. Friggin' right. Well, I just got my those shim nuts on. That'll shim it out a little over a 1/4 inch, so that should work. I'll just fit this guy on there and see where I'm sitting. Let's check her out on the inside. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I think it's just a little bit too far out. So I'm gonna have to find some shorter shims. That won't be a problem though. Well, I got some shim bolts that were about 3/32 of an inch shorter. Oh, goodness, it's freaking hot. Oh. Stuff that's been sitting in the sun gets freaking hot. And that wires. Yeah, that thing. Wow, I can see better through the camera than I can in RL. So yeah, that lines up pretty much perfect. So I'll just get the thing stowed back in there, and Bob's your uncle will start bleeding the clutch. There we go. That locking pin or whatever, that pin went through there perfectly. I didn't have to force the clutch in, nothing. So yeah, now I got good clutch pressure. So let's climb in here and see how much she moves. Might have to crack her open and bleed her a bit more. Yeah. Oh man, I'm sweating buckets. It is so hot out right now. You guys see the sweat? I'm just roasting. Way too hot out. Well, my Corolla says it's only 31 out, but I think it's lying. I also got the nose parked in the shade, so holy monkey, it's definitely hot out. So I'm gonna try to gravity bleed the clutch. See if any air comes out. Yeah. Well, the way clutches and stuff work, it's same as brake master cylinders. When the clutch is all the way out, it opens up the channel so that fluid can go down into the master cylinder. It's the same between clutches and brakes. So now that we got a steady stream, friggin' close her off, and now we'll see how she does. Should be a lot better. But like, that's why I had to put the shims in the clutch, because if I didn't have it shimmed, there'd be no way I could bleed it properly, because if there's any pressure at all on the clutch pressing it in, that piston inside the clutch master cylinder will move past the fill hole for it. So that's what was going on. That's why I couldn't bleed it properly before. But let's go see what she does now. That's a bit better. The clutch feels more stable too. Before, when I'd press on the clutch pedal, it would be like soft, and all of a sudden it would kick down. But this is good. That feels normal. So now I just got to do brakes. Throttle's already set up. I think I might start on the passenger side though, because it's too hot in the sun. So I'll get that shock tower welded on, then I'll get my brake. I'll get my brake line antler thing welded on. Holy monkey. Too hot. Alright, for the brake bracket things, I'm just going to be using these. These are off of that clutch, that little clutch line thing. I'll show you guys. I took another clutch apart, and that's what I used for this cable here. This is actually a clutch line, but you know what, it'll work. These brakes and clutch are the same. So yeah, I got my friggin' brake line here. I just need to weld this little antler. Well, I'm gonna cut it and modify it and stuff, but I'm thinking probably down about there, and then when I hook this guy up to there, the last time on Beastie it was about here, and the U-bolts had always stove into it and they'd slice this up. Like, it was really gashed on the last ones. That's why I've got new ones. But so I'm thinking, like, I can't run it here. That'd be perfect location, but that's where the shop goes. So thinking maybe if I go immediately beside it or back so it avoids the U-bolts altogether. So I'm not 100% sure. But you know what, I could do a stealth one. I could friggin' welder right there, because that would not be in the way of the shock or anything. You know, I think I might do that. I think I might put it there. Then I gotta get the shock towers welded on. I just got them tacked. I'll just run a good bead down either side and fill in the middle, and Bob's your uncle. So about like that is what I'm aiming for. That should be perfect. Because that'll give her a little bit of droop. But I don't know, I don't know. I really don't know. Brakes are tricky. What I could do is I could order a different set of these, because they got, these were just the ones that they had right now, but I could have got, I think they're out of a Nissan 300Z or something like that, but they're another 4 inches longer, so that would help out a lot. So I might end up doing that, and I could just give these to my brother for his solid axle swap. So I guess I'll drag the welder out and get to it. And I still got to do the rear axle seal and show you guys how I set up my rear disc brakes. Well, I found my 12mm deep. It was freaking wedged underneath the welder. Grr. Oh well. I got to show you guys a cool tool out of it, so yeah. Well, I gotta weld it now, so yeah. Let's see if I can show you guys. Hopefully you guys don't get in the way. Yeah, you guys should be alright. I don't know how much you'll be able to see, but I don't think you guys will get in my way. So, probably just like that, and I'll just run a weld across the top and it'll be good. Wow, I usually wear earplugs, but yeah, I don't have any left, and I never realized how loud welding is. Oh well. And yeah, that's all there is to it. So now that guy will fit up into there. I got my little friggin' shim antler. And Bob's your uncle. Now I just gotta bend the brake line to reach down to it. Yeah, frickin' can't get easier than that. I'll have to clean up that end a bit and put a fitting on it. And, well, I don't know, I'll show you guys again how to flare brake lines. Check, do you guys see that? There's a friggin' fly. I almost friggin' almost made that guy part of the friggin' brake system. I don't think he would have liked that. Cool. Alright, well I'll weld the shock tower on. And Bob's your uncle. Well, she's welded. It's not the prettiest weld I've ever done, but it'll hold. I haven't welded in a while, so beg my pardon, I'm just a little bit rusty. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be welding on this side right now because it's directly in the sun. It's just way too hot in the sun. So instead, I don't know, I might get the seats put in. That'd be nice, hey? Maybe I'll put the coolant in. I forgot about that, I could do that. Oh, yeah, just looking at that, that's what I'm running for power steering fluid. Some Toyotas like it, others don't. I've run it in the 85 Beastie for as long as I can remember, as long as I've had the truck, and I've never had an issue with it, so I keep running. But I looked at that and I remembered that I need to do that reservoir mod, so I'll take the reservoir off and show you guys what I do to it. So yeah, let's friggin' fill her up, and then I guess I could start on the hydraulic steering, and I could also top up the rad. That's what I'll do. I need a little little hose antler to connect her from there to there, so I'll go find one. Cool, just found a hose on another old friggin' reservoir, so I'll get the coolant topped up and I'll start to work on the hydraulic steering. Beg my pardon. Alright, when I'm filling up coolant, I always disconnect one of the hoses off the heater core and raise it up well above where I'm pouring. That way it becomes the highest point. And once the fluid starts to go there, you know everything's full. So yeah, just a little tip. Right, so now that I got that hose off and high, you just keep pouring and pouring and pouring, and it'll feed all the air out of any lower system and force it up to the lowest point, which is going to be that guy, unfortunately. Friggin' roots. Yeah, that's oh, there we go. It was a little bit kinked, now it's looking better. So yeah, I still got to figure out the AC, because I want AC. I want it so bad. But yeah, so I'll climb down off of this thing, and then what's next? I guess I got to do the other shock tower and brake fitting. But you know, I'll do power steering because I'm on it anyways. Hopefully I don't break anything climbing off, including but not limited to myself. There we go. Well, silly me. Totally forgot to drill out the restrictor plate. Oh, forgot. Wheels are not on the ground anymore. Ouch. So I have to take the power steering apart, and that little fitting down there, I have to drill that out just a hair bigger, because I just realized that steering is slow, and that's why. It's because with the there you go, you guys can see it better up there. With the added ram, you need more volume to go through, and I'm just not getting it. Like you turn left, and well, either way, you can go really quick, and all of a sudden it stops, and then it goes slow because the hydraulic ram has to catch up. So I got to drill out that restrictor plate. But I gotta take a break. I'm sweating to death. Apologize, as you can see. So I'm gonna go up to the house and read what size hole you need to drill it out. It's something really tiny, like 732 or something like that. It's just a hair bigger than what it is stock. If you drill it out too big, then you won't have enough pressure. But if you drill it out, well, if you don't drill it out, then it's slow, there's not enough volume, so you gotta find a happy medium. Okay, so basically that's the thing that I'm drilling out. And if you read 1364 is the magic number. So I was very, very close to 732. Alright, well, I just did the restrictor valve mod. I took that little guy off. It was similar to this, except it had like a little nubbin on the end of it. It was all one piece. But this is the one off a 3 liter. I drilled out that middle. Okay, you guys see in there? It's got that tip on her. It's got, or that hole, it's got that second hole there, and then that main hole there. Yeah, all you gotta do is run a 13/64 drill bit through that, and that's the mod. So it's just this little piece here. So that's what I did to that guy. So now I'll fire up and see what happens, see if it's any more responsive. Even just steering the wheel by itself, it's way more responsive. You can totally steer this thing easy. noticed that before. Son of a bitch. Okay, so what happened? Where is it leaking? Looks like it's leaking out of there. Son of a bitch. Oh yeah. She done like power steering fluid all over the friggin' exhaust manifold. That's not good. So I figured out what's leaking. It's that top cap. I don't know why it's leaking. But it's leaking like a son of a bitch. This friggin' just sucks. More than a black hole. I don't know why it's leaking. But you can see when I was turning it, it was leaking right in there. I have no idea why. Maybe that upper seal's gone or something. Frick. Means I gotta take the damn box apart again. I don't want to. You know what, it's almost 6 o'clock and dinner is about 6. So you know what, I'm done for the day. Maybe I'll feel motivated after dinner, but I'm not right now. It's just, that really pissed me off. So, until later, Beastie 2. Well, I'm gonna edit this video and go to bed, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.